mojito with 2 shots of Don Julio. Yeah.
Hey, it's your girl Toopoised, and I am here with a vlog video of my most recent vacation. Now, even though we're still in the midst of a pandemic, I decided that I was going to take a vacation for my birthday. Nothing major, just because I know that there were various travel restrictions going on. So I just decided to do something slight. Went to Cancun, Mexico. I did not intend on vlogging for this particular vacation. In fact, I actually left my camera home. However, I did want to salvage some memories, so I decided that I was going to make a vlog video. And I also got like a lot of questions as far as what resort this was, just based on the footage that I posted on my IG. So I decided that I would go ahead and make a video for anyone that was interested in a really nice, affordable resort to stay at while in Cancun. So check it out. Now, let me just say that I searched high and low for this resort. There were certain things that I was looking for on top of already being picky, and TRS totally met my expectations. I did not feel leery about traveling in the midst of COVID. One, because I've received the vaccination, and two, they had various precautionary measures in place. Not that I was really worried about them, because I already knew that in traveling it was a risk, but they had limited capacity. I don't believe that the resort was any filled more than like 20% capacity. They had hand sanitizer stations. They had feet sanitizers everywhere you went. And yeah, it wasn't anything to be leery about there. The resort was completely nice. What you're looking at here is the lobby, the check-in lobby. And this is pretty much where like everything starts and finishes. Like this is like your marking point. I will say that this resort is fairly different in the sense that it did not require a credit card to check in. The customer service was completely A1. And like upon arriving, they literally greeted us in the lobby with drinks. I was just like completely ecstatic. And I mean, this is typical, I feel like, for Mexico. If you've ever been to Mexico before, then you know that their customer service is like A1. Their hospitality is like beyond Southern hospitality. Like it's amazing. So here, like the resort, like you saw a lot of groundkeeping going on. The resort was just completely nice and relaxing. Now, this was not meant to be a turn up vacation. It was supposed to be a relaxing vacation, and this was the perfect atmosphere for that. So just keep watching, and you'll get to see how amazing the groundwork is, the atmosphere is, how nice the rooms are. Like the rooms are freaking amazing. So yeah, just keep watching. Now, upon checking in, you are assigned a butler for the entire duration of your vacation. So here we're going into the room, and you'll get a chance to see what the room looked like. And as if it wasn't enough for them to greet us in the lobby with drinks, upon arrival, like we go into our room, the butler comes and he's like, "Oh, you want a bottle of tequila?" And he like literally like, "Oh, what kind do you want?" He literally brings us back an entire bottle of tequila, like free of charge. It was just like the craziest thing ever. Now, this bathroom was completely ecstatic. Bathroom is one of the key things that I look for when I'm on vacation. I need for my bathroom to look like way better than my bathroom at home. So I was totally looking for the double sink. I like a separate shower and separate tub. I was definitely looking for a soaking tub. This definitely did the trick. And like this bathroom was huge. I was just like, it was completely amazing. The water room was separate from everything. So, and it's so funny. Their customer service is so A1. That black blanket or throw that you see on the bed there, so I didn't like that. And I called them and I was just like, well, it makes me itch and I really don't like the fabric. Do you have any other materials? And at first they was just like, there was kind of, I guess, a language barrier, and they really wasn't like, at first they brought me a sheet, but then they literally went and got me like the cotton down, like feather filled comforter. And like every day that they made clean my room, they made sure that I had that comforter moving forward. It was just like the most amazing thing ever. I was just like, you guys get 5 stars from me with just that alone. So if you're a water person, this resort is probably definitely for you. Everywhere you look, there's water. Like, there's so many pools on this resort. Like, the groundwork is composed of ponds, and the resort itself is like built across a lake or a river of some sort, and it's just like water everywhere. There was at least like 5 pools, 2 of which were private. This here, you're looking at one of the infinity pools there, which was just like completely amazing. Like, the view was so beautiful. Like, you're in a pool, then the view, you're looking down and it's a pool. So this pool was actually located right outside in the back of our, well, in the front of our hotel. So yeah, we this pool was completely amazing. I love the seating there. There was a bar in this pool as well. So the transportation, you can do a lot of transportation. The resort is completely big. You can do a lot of transportation with these golf courts carts. I said courts. But so if you call the customer service and you're like, hey, I'm leaving, I'm getting ready to go to dinner, can you guys have a golf cart waiting for me? They'll have one like waiting for you, and it'll take you wherever you want to go. Now let's get into the food. The drinks, obviously, I mean, there was butlers and bartenders everywhere that would offer you a drink. La Bohemie was their French restaurant. Their food was okay. I really didn't like the French or the Italian restaurant. Now they have 7 themed restaurants. I only saw 5. The steak restaurant here, their steak was amazing. That was the best steak that I've ever had. They also had a sports bar, Helios, that had pretty much like bar food. Their food wasn't that good, but the atmosphere there, oh my gosh, I would love to be there when it's like full to capacity. Now, what this resort did have that I love, and I look for this every time I go on vacation, but they had 24-hour room service. This was the first resort that I've been to where I felt like their room service food was probably better than a lot of their restaurant food. And I mean, things were quick. Their dinner menu lasts until about 11. So up until 11, you can get like the really good food. After 11, it's usually just like snacks, like dry food, like tacos, quesadillas, that sort of kind of thing. But I mean, they had salmon, they had chicken wraps, they had like cheesecake, they had their wings were really good. Everything was good. Oh my gosh, I love their room service menu. But now let me just say, a vacation is not a vacation unless you enjoy the spa. Their spa was really, really nice. This was one of my favorite parts of the vacation. So we decided to get a massage, and their massage was really good. And like with our vacation package came like hydrotherapy. Now generally they charge for this, but we was able to do hydrotherapy. We could do it on a daily basis for free. Usually there's like a $50 charge for it. This is the lobby of their spa, and it's not necessarily their waiting area, but I guess like if they were full to capacity, they could be like so full where they needed to utilize their waiting area along with their waiting room, because their waiting room is completely different. The one downside to this spa is that they did not offer you alcoholic drinks. So I was not very pleased with that. But everything else I was completely pleased with. Their massage was really good. They definitely hit the pressure points that they requested. I mean that I requested. They asked you like what oils you want to use. So yeah, that was definitely a plus. Now their hydrotherapy is amazing.
So, what types of hydrotherapy do you guys offer? Is it just the sauna or?
Yes, yes. The hydrotherapy is sauna, ice room, hot tub, cool water, and the two pools. The pool sensation is this, regular water, if you want.
Now this here is one of their
Oh,
hydrotherapy pools. This is the sensation pool. So it has different stations that massages the different areas of your body. And this pool was completely huge. Like what I'm walking by right now, that's a station. That's a station that massages, I think, like it's either your upper or lower back. This view at this point here was completely beautiful. Now, in addition to their sensation pool, they also had a infinity pool, which was located upstairs. They also had a hot tub, a ice room, a sauna, in addition to maybe like two other stations. This is one of the stations here that massaged, I believe, like your lower back. This was another station here. They have stations that massage just your feet. Like the stations actually work. So say if your massage or whatever spa treatment that you received did not work out all the kinks, like you could literally indulge in this hydrotherapy and just pretty much work the rest of that out. And like I said, we had the option to utilize these pools and these particular treatments on a daily basis. Now, if you're the type that likes to adhere to your gym regimen, they did have a really nice gym. As you can see, it wasn't really utilized much, but that could have just been because they had limited capacity on the resort. However, the gym included pretty much every station that you could think of, and it just really allowed for you to get a nice workout in and relax as well. Now, for our excursions, we chose Tulum and Xel-Há. Now, it was a package deal for both. Now, I ended up choosing Tulum because I wanted to go to Tulum and I actually could not find a hotel that I really liked in Tulum. So I decided that I was just going to stay in Cancun, and since they offered a Tulum excursion, then I would just do the Tulum excursion. However, I do think that I am going to go back and I'm going to stay in Tulum. So yeah. I didn't realize that Xel-Há was a water park. So we was pretty much away from the resort the entire day on I believe it was Sunday. Now, I highly recommend that you book your excursions with your destination management company. We ended up pre-booking, but we did have the option to book excursions at the resort through our destination management company. In fact, we did book one. We booked the ATV excursion, but ended up canceling it because the ATV excursion was an excursion pretty much all day, and then this excursion was like all day from like 7:30 until 8. And I just felt like that was going to be a bit much for me. For when I go on vacation, I don't really like for it to feel like a field trip, or I just really don't like to be under a lot of time constraints. And I just felt like going away from the resort on Saturday and Sunday for excursions all day just would have been too much for me. And the resort was really, really nice. So I just really wanted to enjoy the resort. Now, like I stated, I highly recommend that you not pre-book, but book your excursion, transportation, all of that through your destination management company. When you get to the airport, there's going to be a lot of people that's going to be pretty much bombarding you and trying to get you to pay for these high fare taxi cabs and things like that. Don't do it. They're going to be trying to get you to book excursions through them. Don't do it. Book it when you get to your hotel. This is like the best advice that I can give you. Literally, my transportation to my hotel from the airport and from my hotel back to the airport was pretty much the price for two that they were trying to charge for one from one of the airport vendors. Don't do it, okay? So, and our destination management company, they were on top of everything. Like, I didn't have my tickets. I couldn't pull up my emails when I got to the airport, at the Cancun International Airport. And like all I had to do was provide them with my name, and they was able to pull up everything, and they provided me with my tickets and got us on the road to our hotel. Like, they set up the transportation for the excursions and everything. So that was completely awesome. I cannot rave enough about that company. Like, they were awesome. Now, the past few footage clips you've seen is pretty much what the Tulum excursion consists of. It pretty much just takes you to this, I don't even know what to call it. It's kind of just like a settlement, more so a community where the Mayans used to be stationed. And your tour guide goes over the history of the Mayan history, why they migrated there, why they left, that sort of kind of thing. Now, what you see here is leaving the Mayan ruins, settlement ground, and we're headed back to the bus that pretty much took us into what kind of appears to be a rainforest, but it's really not a rainforest. So yeah.
Oh shit, that's an iguana. That's a couple.
Now, the Mayan settlement ground is located just off of the ocean, so it offers you a really, really beautiful view of the ocean here at the Tulum excursion. Now, here we're just being transported on the same bus that pretty much took us into the settlement. Is taking us out of the settlement. Now, before you go into the Mayan ruins ground, like, there's a lot of shops and things where you could purchase like hats, bathing suits, bathing suit cover-ups, coconut water, all sorts of things. Really, I personally would have preferred to spend more time out there than I did in the Mayan ruins ground with like all of the pyramids and things. However, we really did not get any time out there. I did get a chance to sneak in a coconut, but I would have preferred to spend more time out there.
Thank you. We are going to pass the mask.
Now for Xel-Há, I did not take too much footage here just because after like 10 minutes in, I did go ahead and lock up my phone in the lockers. I had an incident where my hat fell off into the water while going across this moving bridge, and I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and lock up my belongings because I just really don't feel like being worried with a lot of stuff. So, but like I said before, Xel-Há is pretty much a water park, and it has like a lot of sports activities. So yeah, some things you have to pay for and some things you don't. And you have to be kind of like mindful of that.
They're pretty.
Now for food and drinks, you did not have to worry about that because just like the resort, the Xel-Há water park was all you can eat. It was buffet style, which I was not a fan of. However, they were taking precautionary measures. They were not allowing the consumers to serve themselves. They did have servers there that was serving the food, and the food was entirely covered. So that kind of made me feel a little bit better, but needless to say, I'm not really a fan of buffets. But I did go ahead and eat there because that again was like the only type of food that they had there. And I was there all day, but other than that, the water park, it was fun. I did have a chance to go zip lining through the river, and the dolphins were really beautiful too. But yeah, so that was pretty much my vacation. So there you have it. If you are looking to travel to Cancun, I highly recommend TRS Resort. They are completely astonishing, breathtaking. They definitely set the standard for hotel living, really. And they're not stringent on masks. Like if you weren't in a crowded place, they did not require a mask. So they were completely amazing in my book, and it was a complete photo op. And if you're into taking pictures, then this is definitely the place for you. Hopefully I was able to answer any questions you guys may have. If you have additional questions, feel free to comment below or hit me on IG. Be sure to subscribe and like. I do have additional content coming now that I have a new camera and a new iPad.